Hey guys, it's Kate, and I finally got another palette. I got the Kuretake Ganzai Tombi 24 color Art Nouveau set, and I have not unwrapped it yet. It just arrived in the mail, and so I thought we could do an unboxing and swatching together. So this Art Nouveau set is the one that I chose to get because it has some really beautiful pastel colors in it, and I'm really excited to try them because you see this palette everywhere, and it can be used. It says here it can be used as a gouache and also watered down for use as a watercolor. They are artist grade paints. It's water-based pigment. And I'm going to hold this up so you can see the color list. And it has all of the color names and also the numbers. So, and on the back, it's got just some additional information, general directions how to use, that they activate easily. It's a solid watercolor pressed into pans. And they're traditional Japanese pan watercolors for professional artists and crafters. And these are also made in Japan. So it looks like the Kuretake brand was established in 1902. So that's pretty interesting. And without further ado, I'm really excited to tuck into this box. Okay, so it comes with this as an insert. And then it's got this really nice box with, it's almost got like a cloth-like feel, but it's just paper. And I'll kind of hold this up so you can see that texture on it. And it's just really beautiful packaging. It is cardboard, so you might want to be careful about spraying it or getting it in water. And then on the inside lid, they have a really nice little swatch chart. And it's just on the cardboard. And look at these paints. They are huge. Okay, hang on. This is so exciting. I love this. Okay. So these pans are gigantic. So just as I don't know, some side information, these are full pans of my Marie's Masters, and they're like half the size. Now I will say that these Kuretake ones don't look like they're full all the way, and I'm not sure how deep. Jesus. So I will say the Kuretake, they're not full pans. I'm going to take one out and take a better look at it. So this is number 15, which is, oh no, it's 501. Whoops, I was looking at the top one. This is the pea green, and this is a really pretty color. So it is a pretty deep pan, and it looks like it's also labeled on the back, which is really good to know. You can see that right there. And it's very smooth feeling, but you can see it's not quite filled all the way here. Now let me see if I can grab one of my pans. So this is a full pan, and it's just about the same depth. You can see that there, but it would fit almost 3 of these in one of these if it was all the way full. So I would say this is probably double the amount of paint on one of my full pans. But these are very smooth. They're very glossy looking. You can see that. There's a couple little bubbles in them, and it actually mentions that on the back of the pack. It talks about how it says occasionally the pan texture may look rough due to tiny air bubbles which can occur during production, which does not affect their quality. And it also says that they may exhibit cracking and extreme dryness. Now, of all my pans, I have one cracked one, and that's right here. And you can see it's just kind of like a hairline crack. This feels really heavy and substantial. And I love these colors. So let's let's get some swatching going. So I'm going to use the lid first. Get these both on my screen. And I'm not going to spray. I'd like to see how they activate just with my brush load of water. So the first one is going to be number 404, and this is Saffron Yellow. And it's like this really nice sort of greenish yellow. And I'm going to paint right over that swatch. And that's really beautiful. Okay, next is 405 Green Gold. And then 401 Flax Beige. These activate pretty much immediately. And they just go right down on the paper. Okay, this one is Ecru Beige. And that's a really beautiful color too. Next we have number 18, Pale Pink. And I just love all of these. All right, number 17, Coral Pink. And I'm going to get a stronger swatch too on some other paper, but for now, I just want to get it in the lid. This one is number 19, Potter's Pink. And look at that. That's a beautiful color too. That's one of the reasons why I got this. I chose it over the other ones. I really wanted to try the paint, but I just love these pastels, and I've seen some different videos. This is number 302, Vermilion. Oh, I've seen videos of people using these, and I loved the Art Nouveau. Now, I think if you get the bigger set, these colors also come in it, but I just wanted a starter set to try and just see how I like using them. So this is the Alizarin Crimson. It's a lot different than the Alizarin Crimson in my other palettes. It's much more pink and not quite that bright in your face red. So this is 303 Mauve Taupe. And 301 Old Mauve. That's really pretty too. These pastels are just gorgeous. Okay, this is 601 Grayish Blue. That's really nice. Okay, Cobalt Turquoise Light, 602. Pale Aqua. This is number 15. And that's a really nice color. This might be my favorite so far. This is Cobalt Green. I love that. It kind of reminds me a bit of Vermilion. I got a little bit of water here, but it's already soaked into the lid. This is just plain cardboard. It is not watercolor paper, so I'm going to really enjoy going on a swatch sheet. This is Billiard Green. That's really nice as well. Next up is Shadow Green, number 506. And then we've got Pea Green, 501. It's like a nice lemony green. Then Ivy Green. Green Gray, 504. These really activate very quickly. These are dry. I'm just dipping my brush in and they're just instantly turning creamy. This is 406 Beige Gray. That's a good color too. All right, 49 Yellow Brown. And then 402 Mars Yellow. It's kind of like a burnt sienna. but a little bit more orange than what I'm used to. And this is almost like a little bit of a, like a light umber. Okay, 403 Venetian Red. That's like a nice reddish brown. That's pretty. Boy, I went in for a second dip and it does darken up pretty quickly. Wow. Let me get a close up so you can see all of these swatches. And all of those colors. I just love these. They're really beautiful. Now you can see the cardboard box kind of, you know, it soaks that pigment right in. So it'll be nice to get this on watercolor paper. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I've got my 1/2-inch dagger and I'm going to do, I guess we'll call it an abstract, but I'm going to basically make some stripes on this so I can get an idea for how the colors kind of play together, blend into each other, and then we'll go from there, maybe make some doodles. So I'm going to go into some of these pans with a nice wet brush and try not to get a bunch of paint on another pan. Ruining my pans already. And you can see the pigment that this picks up without really even trying. So I'm just gonna go across gently and you can see the vibrancy of that color. It's incredible. I'm just gonna come over this way and just make sort of a stripe. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this number 405, which is green gold. And there's a lot of really nice spread here. You can see that pigment just spread out on the page. And then we have the flax beige. And that color can get pretty thick. I'm sort of getting used to it. They're very creamy compared to my other watercolors. So it's almost like it goes on the brush really thick. And then it's just, you can add a bunch of water and just kind of spread it out. I'm going to get a different color in between those. Maybe this number 18, which is the pale pink. I'm kind of using that box top for reference. So on the pack it has the color numbers but not the names. The names are inside of the lid though. All right, number 17. This is the coral pink. And I love that coral pink. That's really beautiful. Now why don't we do just a little line of that vermilion. You can see that kind of spread a little bit into my wet color there. And maybe I'll do the same thing with this blue up here. Just has a really wonderful flow. All right, I'm going to go into this 301, which is Old Mauve. And that's a really rich color. You can see like when I press down on the belly of my brush to deposit extra water, it just leaves some beautiful just marks. I'm going to go into this 503, which is the cobalt green. I love it. Okay. 502, this is that billiards green. And look at that flow of the paint. It's just fantastic. Let's go into 505. This is that ivy green. And how about Venetian red? And then I'm going to go into this pea green and come across here. And I'm going to get some cauliflowering here because I'm working pretty wet in my paper. I want to use most of these colors, but my paper's pretty full. So I'm going to do a little bit of glazing up here, but it's not dry yet, so it's going to leave some marks. This is that cobalt turquoise light. Let's put it in here. And this is that 506. That is the shadow green. And I love this color. I take it back. This one might be my favorite. And these pinks up here also really nice. I'm going to go into this alizarin crimson and put it up here. And see how that kind of spreads out a bit. That's really nice. I'm going to grab another piece of paper here and see how they do dropped in to wet paper. Okay, let's see. Let me go into this mauve taupe. And maybe some of the old mauve right next to it. That's really pretty. Okay, let's see here. How about this pale aqua? You can really get a load of color on here. Okay, old mauve again. Oh, look at that. When you get that wet, it just comes right out of there. Let's see, what did I have? The coral, was it the coral pink? We'll see. I've lost track of what I've been using. Oh, look at these colors though. I mean, those are rich and you can go really thick with them. Let me add some more of that blue. And you can see how it just kind of covers up if you want to make it opaque. These are really a pleasure to paint with. Let me get some more. I've just been kind of making these little shapes, but I really like that. Hey guys, so for the next little while, I ended up painting a whole bunch of stuff. I just tested these paintings and it ended up being like an hour and a half of footage. and I didn't want to make you sit through all that, but I thought it would be important to share so you could see how they perform and the different little things I made. So what I'm going to do here is speed up the paintings and let you see each one, and I'm going to add chapters so that you know where each one starts. So if you want to go straight to each painting, you can see that in the description below. But that being said, I really, really enjoy these paints. I just spent basically half the day just painting and trying things and doing little doodles and sketches and all kinds of stuff. I did washes and lots of things. So I thought that would be great to share with you. And I am so glad I got these paints. And I actually have some other unboxing things to do. I got a little bit of an art haul, but I'm starting with the Kuretake. But anyway, that is off subject, but I really hope that you enjoy these videos. If you're interested in this set, I will leave an Amazon link in the description below. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I do use affiliate links. So if you decide to buy and you decide to use my link, it'll help support my channel. And but as you can see, I definitely enjoyed the heck out of these paints. So I think that they are a worthwhile purchase, and for being apparently professional grade, they really are pretty reasonable to buy, and the pans really are huge. I loved them. So I'm going to put on a little bit of music and let you enjoy the paintings on a time lapse, and I will see you in the next video.